On this episode of Circle of Fists, we're doing the Destination Overdrive II by Option 5. The Destination Overdrive II is an extremely versatile do-all overdrive/distortion pedal. From clear, transparent grit to sweet high gain and every type of tight crunch in between. Great drive tones and a 3-band tone control. The Destination Overdrive II has improved bass response, improved gain control with more range, standard 9-volt operation, is true bypass, and includes a power supply. The Destination Overdrive II from Option 5 retails for around $150.
Hi, my name is Garcia. I've been playing guitar for about 20 years or so. My favorite style of music is funk and soul. Gear I'll be using today, 2012 Fender American Select Telecaster with a twisted telly and in the neck and a Texas Special in the bridge. My amp I'll be using, Friedman Dirty Shirley Mini with a 10-inch Celestion in it.
Hi, my name is Kris Urquides. I've been playing for roughly 15 years. I mostly play a lot of hard metal, like thrash metal, and psychedelic blues rock stuff. Today I'm going to be playing this amazing USA Strat that I have. It's basically my favorite, all rosewood neck. It's a USA. And then I'm going into a Kemper that's going to be going into a 212 Legacy cabinet. It's a hard click.
Hey, my name is Hudson. I've been playing guitar for about 12 years. My favorite style of music is 90s rock, grunge. Today I'll be playing through my Moniker Custom DC, and I'll be playing through my Fender Hot Rod Deluxe 3 combo amp.
Kris Whelton, play with the Barstow Prophets. I've been playing, I think I started playing guitar back in college, so that was about almost 30 years ago, but I've been playing professionally for about the past 10 or 12 years. My favorite style of music, I guess it would be best described as probably a blues rock, and that's mostly what I play. As far as my gear goes, my number one is always this beautiful 1979 Gibson Les Paul Custom. It's the 2550 edition. 3 pickup. These are Series 7 pickups, factory pickups. This is an 81 Tim Shaw, also a Gibson pickup. It brightens it up a little. Otherwise, guitar is pretty much stock. That is a shallow roller bridge. I like it a lot. My amp over here on the corner, 1969 Fender Super Reverb, completely stock, and then super simple pedal board.
my name is David Walston. I've been playing for about 13 years. My favorite style of music would have to range between like jazz and that brutal death metal, but I mainly play thrash metal, I guess. Due to a lovely work injury, I will not be playing, but I will give my 2 cents.
Good. Kris, you?
It is recording.
Cool. We're good? We're good. Awesome. All right. Today we're doing the Overdrive II by Option 5. So what was our first thoughts on this pedal? Trying to pass it around.
You want to start with Kris since it's his?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
So I'll tell you why I bought this pedal. So I met the company and the owner of the company at NAMM 3 years ago who makes this pedal, Jay Woods. And I told him that I wanted a overdrive that gave me the Paradise City giant slash guitar sound. And he said, why don't you try this out? And so I tried it. I really liked it. I liked it in the headphones, and then I bought it and brought it home, and I liked it, and I used it on my first album. So my first impression was it was something that I was looking for. I especially like the fact that instead of one tone knob, it has 3 tone knobs. And I think that's one of the things that drew me to it initially.
Real quick, since you said you were talking about having the Paradise City, do you feel like you got that out of that? Or is it something else that you liked? I mean, obviously you liked it, you bought it. But
It's kind of crazy that that's the one lick that I didn't play during our little
Right, that's
demo
why I was
session.
asking.
Was, yes, I can
Okay.
dial it up.
Okay.
It takes me a few minutes to find it,
Okay.
but I can definitely get that
Okay.
big,
Just curious.
guitar sound out of it.
Okay.
I actually had a little bit of a struggle with it. It just sort of, the best way I kind of got a voice is I had to max the level and kind of keep the drive real low, just right to where it breaks up, and then I can kind of mess with the sort of vocal frequencies with it. But I just thought it was missing a little bit of sauce. I didn't know how to describe it other than it was kind of like an Oreo without cream. In a way, it was just super basic, but it does the job. Yeah, where's the cream? But it does the job good. It's a good pedal though, but just it was very, very stock. Good pedal.
See, I like the way you used it.
Yeah.
I was listening to what you were doing, and I thought you made it sound better than what I got out of it.
Oh, thanks.
Better than what I got out of it too.
So the pedal's all right. I feel that it kind of muddies up your tone a little bit. Like I feel if you have a really bright clean, it'll work out perfectly. But if you don't, it's kind of tough. But like you said, I think Kris got a really good. Both Chris's actually got a really good tone out of it, from what I was hearing. So maybe this pedal just isn't for me, I guess.
I kind of felt something similar. I thought it sounded best through your end.
It did sound pretty good.
It sounded really, really
the other
good.
end.
Like, it wasn't that I didn't like what I could do with it. It was just kind of like I already have tones similar to that already, and it sucks because I shouldn't think like that, because that's kind of biased. Like, I shouldn't be just stuck in like my thing, but then there's like certain tones that I just like, and so I was kind of trying to use this to find that. I think if I had more time to mess with the EQ, that I could find better something to my liking, because it sounded good. It didn't sound bad. It didn't sound shrill.
It's
It
a
sounded
decent,
chunky. Like, I thought it sounded
rock.
warm. I thought it sounded great, but I thought it sounded best when you played through it.
And I think that it has my experience with the pedal is this. It's kind of like lo-fi. It's and again saying like I always get the best sound when I just barely crank the drive, but I bring the volume up.
Yeah.
And then you do have to work with the EQ to find the sound that sounds right in your ear.
Yeah.
For me, that's mids all the way up,
I did the
and
same.
then highs kind of up and bass way down. Because if you bring the bass up, it'll totally muddy your
Yeah.
sound and you won't hear shit.
I had the bass on 2 most of the
Right.
time, but then again, like the bass on my amp is on 8. So it's like I kind of need to keep it on 2. Otherwise, it's just, floaty.
You're playing a bass.
Yeah, basically. So,
Yeah, likewise. I was kind of underwhelmed with the pedal. Then again, I don't think I really adjusted the tone knobs to where I should have, because yeah, I have a lot of bass in my amp too, and I had the bass, I mean, probably around 3 or 4, the mids and highs cranked up. The drive, I didn't really drop the drive down a whole lot. I had it mostly, I honestly, I mean, I cranked it all the way up. I was at 5, I was at 4, and it seemed like it was just heavy distortion the whole time. For a distortion pedal, that's the vibe that I got out of it. I thought it was really good, you know. I just couldn't find a real use for it. It just didn't fit my liking. I have played other distortion pedals and tube screamer type stuff like that just gives me more of a feel out of it. This just felt very crunch the whole time, just like, but you know, maybe it's not my cup of tea.
All right. None of you guys mess with your amps, I don't think, right? I don't think I saw anybody really playing with their amps, so that's okay. So that's that. What do you? We kind of talked about a lot of it. What was lacking? What did you guys kind of like about the pedal in general?
I definitely like the 3 EQ knobs.
Yeah.
I think if you have the time to
Right,
really
it's
sit
useful,
there,
dial it in.
and that's kind of cool too, because you can just leave your amp the way it is and like find a way to make it work with your amp because it's flexible like that.
The other thing I like about it is it's
Solid.
pretty heavy. You know, it's metal construction
Yeah,
as opposed to some of the other stuff out there. And I've thrown this pedal around a lot, and it always seems to work for me. The other thing I don't know if everyone noticed was, did you notice that all the knobs light up? So yeah, it's got this blue light which is a little blinding.
Yeah.
But the rest of the knobs, for me, on stage, it's easy to see and to do the adjustments on, and I like that too.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
sometimes like stage lighting is a drag to try to make changes in anything.
Right, I can understand that. Absolutely.
There was one thing I did like about it actually. It was the fact that sort of when all else fails, the dynamics saved it. I knew like, oh well, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do that. Well, bridge pickup, I can't do that. And I was like, I'm gonna go for dynamics, and can you do that? And so that's when I leveled it. What he was saying, you max out the level and slowly bring up the drive just to get that little bit of squish, and then you can play with that kind of soft little area. So that was the kind of saving thing. I was like, okay, cool, it has that. So awesome. So it does have a good use, at least for that.
Okay, cool. What was the cost on this, roughly?
Sure. So it was a NAMM special. I think I bought it for $120.
Okay, so probably close to what, like 150 maybe, somewhere?
$149.99.
Where's the guy?
$149.99.
So they're out of Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. Cool.
Jay Woods, and he's at the show, and they make a bunch of they make a full line of products.
Right.
But it's definitely, I would say this, that sounds like a $150 pedal. The Klon sounds like a $300 pedal.
Yeah.
I
Gotcha,
mean,
okay,
there's and you have to know that going in. Like, I didn't buy this thinking like, oh, this is gonna, give me that sound, because it's not.
Right.
Well, that's why I said it's kind of lo-fi.
Right.
If you're just starting to build your pedal board,
Absolutely.
and you don't want to put a tube screamer, you don't want to put the full tone on it, you don't, same olds. This is another affordable alternative.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So at the 120 to 140 price range, would you guys buy this pedal?
I wouldn't.
No. I know you've got a lot of high-end shit. So.
I wouldn't, only because, like, in comparison, like I have some drive pedals that are in the same price range that I think, even though they have less controls, they're more suited for what I'm trying to accomplish.
Right.
So it's kind of more than what I would need actually.
Right.
But regardless of that, I think it's a good value.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't buy it.
Okay.
I did buy it.
Yeah, you own it. Yeah. So you don't have much of a choice.
I would probably pass on it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Any final thoughts on the Overdrive 2? Anything? Everybody? Cool. Awesome, guys. Well, that's the Overdrive 2. Cool.